Hi, my name is Michael Dutnall. I'm the exec chef at the Royal Air Force Club. The dish I'm cooking for you today is a honey and poached pear tart with a Calvados and honey custard. So earlier this year we installed beehives on our terrace, and we're using our own honey to make the pear tart. So throughout all of our menus now we've been introducing the honey slowly but surely in all of our dishes. Yeah? So that's what came up. That was the forethinking or the thought behind this dish. At the club we tried to use as much UK sourced produce as possible, and the honey and pear tart is very seasonal right now. We've just harvested or just received our batch of honey for the year, and now we're working on using that through our menus. So I left school and I went straight into the Connaught Hotel. I was fortunate enough to get a 5-year apprenticeship. At the time, 5 years was the work you had to do, and the biggest influence there was Michel Boudin. Yeah? He was my mentor, and he was a firm believer, or a great believer, in the apprenticeship program, and it was a fantastic opportunity. Yeah? So here at the RAF Club we have the dining room, and in the dining room we cater to our members. It's quite a vast mix. We have 25,000 members, so to try and please all tastes, we have a menu that is aimed at some traditional classics, as well as a club menu where the chefs in the kitchen get involved, and we're a little bit more adventurous, yeah, which appeals to a certain sector of our membership. Currently have 18 chefs in the kitchen, and that covers all aspects, all outlets in the club. The RAF Club is here for serving and former serving officers and above. We also have a family and honorary membership as well. And basically ultimately we're here for the RAF. So the pear tart is currently on the menu, on our club menu, and it would cost around £6.50. Okay, so using your recipe cards, you'll find that you'll have an order of works, and I advise that you follow that order of works so that you do everything in a timely manner, and everything should come together at the same time. First of all, we start off with our sweet pastry. So we're taking the flour and the butter, making a crumb, and then we add the icing sugar and the eggs, and we bind that together, and then we roll that between 2 bits of cling film, and then to help yourself out, start rolling the shape that you need, which is round, and then place that into the fridge. Yeah? You're going to rest that for around 30 minutes. This can be made in advance if you want to speed up the process even more. So after that, while your pastry is resting in the fridge, we want to start on the pears. So we're taking, here we use our club honey, but obviously you'll just be using your general honey, your basic honey, and you're going to make a syrup. We use elderflower because that really enhances the flavour of our club honey, so we use elderflower cordial, make a syrup with the cinnamon, the orange peel and the star anise. And we bring that to the boil, we peel and core our pears, and we place them to poach for around 15 minutes or until soft. It's very important not to overcook your pears because they are going to cook again in the oven later on. So now we're back onto lining our tart case. Take our pastry back from the fridge onto a lightly dusted surface. Do not add too much flour because this will obviously change the recipe of your pastry. Lightly flour your pastry and begin to roll it out. Only roll the pastry in one direction, so you're not working against the gluten. Yeah? So you're stretching the gluten and then not bringing it back, just stretching it in one direction, as you will see on the video. When you come to line your case, roll it up onto the rolling pin and then gently fold it or roll it back over the tart case, being very careful at this stage. If you have to work quickly so that your pastry is not getting too warm, and then when you do, you fold over the edges, and what I mean by that is you get a nice corner into your tart case. Very important. Yeah? Coming to the rim of your tart case, make sure you pinch in a little bit of excess paste, and then you will then do that all the way around, rolling pin over the top, and then you will make what we call proud your tart case by squeezing back the sweet pastry back around. So now you need to blind bake your tart case. You're going to line it with cling film, you're going to line it with your baking beans, and then you're going to put it into the oven 160 degrees for around 20 to 25 minutes. Also very important is to run your thumb around the ring of the tart case. This will stop it from sticking. So now we come on to making the frangipane. We basically put all the ingredients apart from the eggs and honey into the Robocoupe. We blitz to a crumb or a paste, and then we add the eggs and the honey. Remove into a piping bag and straight into the fridge for later use. Now we come into filling the tart case. So I take some more of the honey and I feather it inside the tart case, and then pipe frangipane on top in a circular motion, starting in the middle. Then the pears, which we have drained onto paper, we then cut into halves. We also make a key for the tart, which goes in the middle, and then we arrange the pears around the outside of the key. So now we need to make a key for the tart. Basically, you take half a pear, you'll cut it round so it's circular, and then you place that in the middle of the tart. So this finishes your tart nicely, so all the other pears feed into that centerpiece. Whilst your tart is in the oven, you're going to make the honey and Calvados custard. For this, we start off by boiling the milk and the cream, which will then pour over our eggs and sugar, and we will then season, back in the pan, thicken the custard, and we'll season with honey and Calvados. Serve it warm with the custard. You should have received your recipe cards. I hope you really enjoyed making the pear tarts today, and I'm looking forward to seeing the results.